Hi, I hope this finds you doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me today. As I was thinking about today's class, I'm just very glad to be able to share and practice with you and share in these moments with you. It's a complicated time in our lives, and as I talk with others, there's a usual response of managing as well as I can. I find myself riding waves in this way, and I think that's probably true for all of us. We have our personal stories, and then there's the global stories, and the political stories, and all these things that do affect us as humans. And then we also have the the universe and the love that's here that holds us all the time. And I keep reminding myself that that's who I am and that's who you are and that's who we all are. So let's do some practice today and remember who we are. So as you are getting ready, you might like to have a tie near you and some blocks, okay? And anything else that, of course, supports you as you're moving in practice. So come to sit at the edge of your cushion or your blanket. You might like to draw the fleshy part of the buttocks back and maybe wobble a little bit side to side. Hmm. And feel what touches the earth and on your sitting bones. And then come to the center and imagine there are roots growing right out of the sitting bones down into the earth. Hmm. And then feel that energy of earth as you inhale rising right up through the roots as the spine gently elongates and the crown grows long, the neck lengthens. As you inhale, draw the shoulders up and then roll them down the back. And do that again, inhaling up and exhale, roll them down. And then allow the shoulder blades to just rest on the back body and gently tuck under the heart. And as you do that, you might even feel a lifting of the heart. And you can feel what's here today in this body, this mind and heart. So take a few long breaths and meet yourself right where you are. Bring that sense of love and caring to your own precious self as you meet what's so in the body, places that are open or closed. As you feel into the quality of the breath and the energy that is here today. And recognize the quality of the mind and the emotional terrain. And recognize the witness, the one, the part that is always aware. Mm. And let's just also recognize and acknowledge that all of these states that we think of as ourselves are impermanent and changing. And also that they are the wave on the great ocean of awareness. You might even touch into that ocean of awareness that you are. Mm. And then let us take refuge there. So from now until I fully awaken, I vow to take refuge in loving awareness, my true home, and feel into that loving awareness, ocean of awareness. Hmm. And then, of course, we recognize that we are human and we stumble, we fall, life happens. And so we take refuge in the path. So from now until I fully awaken, I vow to take refuge in the path of loving awareness, the road that leads me home. And this gives us a way to tread and walk the path with the teachings of truth and practices that bring us home. And I vow to take refuge in the Sangha, my teachers, my friends, my spiritual family, those who aspire to live awake and free. And you can take a little time to feel all those beings. I'm feeling all of you right now, and my teachers and family and friends that hold me up. So we walk the path together. And then to arouse the awakened heart, the bodhicitta. So arouse doesn't mean we have to go find it. We just wake it up and remind ourselves that from now until all beings are experienced as liberation, I will bring benefit and happiness to all, omitting none. And so that really reminds me about the heart that I am and we all are. The heart as wide as the world, and that I want my actions to move from that place. So grounded and long again, and again you feel your breath. And we invite the energy of Ganesha to remove any obstacles from our clear seeing and from our awakened heart. The words are Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I'll chant it once, and we can chant it together 3 times. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And then just allow the outer mantra to fall away. And feel the resonance. And then by and by, it's not unusual to become aware of the breath as it reveals itself to you. And as it does, just notice the quality of the breath moment by moment, some long, some short. without needing to change them or create them. Just simply ride on the wave of them, the rising, the falling, and even the spaces in between, the pauses that naturally happen. And if you find, or when you find yourself distracted in any way, it's not a problem. Just relax and let your breath call you back home again. Because the natural state of our being is already relaxed, at peace. So let the breath call you home. Let's sit together in that way. If it supports you and you notice the calm, you can simply say the phrases, as I breathe in, I am calmed. As I breathe out, I am calmed. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. And there might be the slightest little turning of the mouth upward, which actually allows for natural response of relaxation and ease in the body-mind. Breathing in, I calm the body. Breathing out, I smile. You can simply let the phrases fall away. And take a few long, steady breaths and feel where you are now. The quality now in this body, in this mind, this heart, this breath, this energy. The gift of practice. And then simply bring your hands in prayer at your heart and bowing to your own awakened heart. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste, everybody. And then gently let your body just shift a little bit from sitting. And we'll do one or two yin poses this morning before we move a little bit in a little gentle, active way. So take your feet and slide them away. So you make a little diamond shape here. And this is where you might like to have a block or a bolster or something near you, right? So gentle little hinge. And then just gently round the spine. So yin practice, remember, the muscles are passive, which means doesn't mean you don't feel them, but they're relaxed as best you can. You come to the first edge, meaning appropriate, any more too much, any less not enough. And we stay a while to connect to the deeper connective tissues and also the meditative quality of it. And then let the spine gently round. Your head can rest, the elbows can rest on your shins or on a block. And support your head. You can support your forehead with your thumbs or your chin. Or you can take that block and rest the forehead. So find what's perfect for you this morning. And meet yourself fully. Whatever's here. Now, if you find that in a very short period of time it feels like it's way too much, then back off just a little bit. Find what is tolerable. And breathe here. Let your breath grow long and silky smooth. And scan around in the body and see if there are any unnecessary tensions. I think if we just did that throughout our day, see if there are any unnecessary tensions, we would feel and walk around in much greater ease and fluidity. So whatever life gives us, we can open to, embrace, even those things that are not so pleasant. And then if you can, bring your awareness and your breath right to the soft belly. And just feel the natural rising and falling, or you might think of it as a gathering and storing. And as tension arises or thoughts arise, whatever, it comes and it goes. There's really nothing you have to do, and because you recognize that all conditioned things arise and pass. Like watching the clouds come and go. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, it's that little contraction in the back of the throat. Begin to use that and let that be your companion. Take another breath or two and see where the body might like to go to. And then to release, bring your hands to the earth and slowly lift the spine back up. Lean back and stretch out your legs. And just let your legs fall the way they fall. You know, the legs, feet might fall in or out. That's the natural way the bones are shaped, the natural alignment of the bones. You can lean into those shoulders and just notice if there's any place that feels taxed and take your breath. And it's a way of taking your love there, really. How can we love a little bit more in our bodies? And then please come back up. Come back down now onto the front body on your belly. Prepare for a yin sphinx. So begin by coming down on the ground, and you can take your elbows spread, take your hands under your forehead, and take rest for a moment. And as you take rest here, feel how the body touches the earth and how your legs are spread. And again here, just notice they may be wider than hip width, the toes might turn in or out. It's just a natural way the bones fall. Let the breath again grow long and silky smooth. And before we come fully into the pose, just scan up the body as the legs grow heavy, the buttocks soft, and the lower back. Just let it sway a little bit. That lower back tends to lose its fluidity and mobility as we move in our life and through the years. So this is a very helpful pose. Let the muscles along the spine relax. And to come up into Sphinx, come up onto your elbows. And your elbows will be just a little bit in front of your shoulders and shoulders width apart. And I do that by just taking a gentle hold around the upper arms. Your hands can be in prayer out in front of you. Sometimes, again, I could lift and support the head with the thumbs, or the chin, or a block. So yogi's choice, find what works for you there. And settle in. Scan the body. And particularly, feel the spine. And invite the spine to just dive into the back. And the muscles along the spine to be like feathers. And let your breath just breathe you. And then take in these words. There was a wonderful Buddhist teacher. Her name was Dipa Ma. And I did not get the good fortune to know her, but I know her through others like Sharon Salzberg, who studied with her, and Sylvia Boorstein. And she had these 10 love lessons, I hear. So I'll just share them with you. And first she says, whatever comes in life, embrace. Whatever comes in life, embrace. That's a big lesson. So to meet the 10,000 joys and woes from a place of a wide open heart and equanimity. She says to practice so your heart is not afraid. Then the love can pour through. So she's telling us that when our heart's afraid, we're closed. The love that we are cannot be shared. So how do we meet any fear? She says trust. Trust your heart knows everything. And the first is to love yourself. Love what is unlovable. Take that in. Love what is unlovable. Number 5, make all people your Dharma children. So we love everyone like our only child. 6, she says, bless everyone and everything. 7, be love always. If we simply did that, everything else would come along. She tells us that mindfulness and loving kindness are the same, so they're not separate practices. Mindfulness and loving kindness are the same. She said that meditation is love, enlightenment is great love. And finally, she says, remember, I will always be with you. Because she is the embodiment of love. And she reminds us who we are. Mm. So another breath or two here. And to release, spread your elbows, bring one hand over the other, your forehead to rest, and take a few breaths there. If the body feels taxed in any way, bring your breath and awareness there. Bring your love there. Be love always. Love yourself, even the parts that are unlovable. I love that. And then bring your hands next to your chest and press your buttocks back towards your heels. Press your hands so that there's a little wobble there in the hips. And then come down over the legs and walk your hands away. And let the head relax. And begin to walk one hand and then the other. And feel that lovely little stretch on either side. And then take a look at your hands and spread your hands. Let your fingers spread and the wrists align with the front of your mat. And then come up onto all fours. Press the shoulders down your back and grow long from tailbone to crown. As you inhale, draw the shoulders up, and as you exhale, draw them back down again. Do that once more. Inhaling up and exhale down and let them stay there. And then roll the upper arms out a little bit. Right? Draw the lower abdomen in just a little bit, and then tuck and lift the knees off the ground. So keep your spine long. This is just the beginning down dog, right? Heavy-handed dog, as Eric Schiffman would say. So spine long, and then press your hand into your hands. Press your torso through. Keep your knees bent at this point. Nice and long, and then walk one heel down and then the other. And go nice and slow and feel your way into this. And then press the right heel down. Take a few breaths there. And then press your left heel down. And then both heels. And then feel your breath. There's a little wave that happens in the... And then go with that little wave motion in the spine with the breath. Undulation. And then one more time. Press, sitting bones lift, heels towards the earth. Nice full breath here. And then look in between your hands and step, hop, or just walk your feet forward. And bring them in between your hands. And then wiggle out of your waist and let the torso just pour down the legs. If you like, keep your knees soft. Your belly can rest on your thighs. And your hands, you can take hold of your elbows. And then just let the weight of the arms invite the upper body to let go. And then scan around in the body. Stay here a little bit. And see where you can soften a little bit. Maybe sometimes you soften the belly and you find that relax a little more. And, and then to release, release your hands. Now you can bring your hands on your legs and just gently lengthen your spine a little bit. Soften the knees. Walk your hands up so the spine just comes up nice and easy. And come back up to standing. Hmm. And then come, bringing your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Close your eyes and just feel yourself here. You might even like your hands on your belly. And then gently open the eyes and just begin a gentle little swinging action. Let your arms be nice and loose, like empty coat sleeves. And then as you twist to the right, let your left heel lift and your foot pivots a little bit, and then the opposite on the other side. And now your eyes can even gaze and watch that hand, which might find your twist goes a little deeper. And if you want a little energy into it, you inhale to the center and exhale with a little ha, 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 and then slow it down. And let it gently unwind. And as it comes back to the center, pause for a moment, take a breath. And once again, open the eyes. Take a look at those feet just a little bit more than hip width apart. And this time they can be straight ahead if they've turned out. And you can feel your hip bones are here, so they're a little bit wider than that. Okay? But get grounded. So just feel how when you press down into the earth, the rest of the body begins to lengthen. Draw the shoulder blades down. And as you inhale, sweep the arms up. Lift the heart, look up. And as you exhale, bring it back down. Hands to the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale. Sweep them around. Slide the sacrum down. Lift up. And as you exhale, sweep it around and bring it back. This time as you inhale, lift the right arm up. As you exhale, press the hip away. Find the edge and be there. You might begin to like to morph that hand a little bit and the wrist and the elbow. Explore this a little bit. Make it yours. And then bring the arm near the ear. Look down at that left foot. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, just exaggerate a little bit. And to release, press into the earth and rise back up. Exhale down. Pause for a moment. Feel the right side and the left. And then as you inhale, lift the left arm up. And as you exhale, press the left hip away. Come to the edge. Breathe there. And as you exhale, press into it. Take another breath. This time let the heart open up a little bit. And then begin to morph the hand and the fingers and the wrists and the elbow, the shoulder. Mm. And then bring the arm next to the ear. This time, once again, look down now with the right foot. Take a big breath in and exaggerate a little bit. And then inhale up. Exhale it down. Take a breath. Let your body respond any little way it needs to for a moment. And then once again, take a look at the feet and open them wider, about a good leg's distance apart. So imagine there's a line drawn on your mat and your heels are on that line. And then turn the right foot, pivot it on the heel. And you turn it from the hip socket, not just from the heel, right? And then press your left heel away a little bit. And then press down through the feet. So that'll give you a good sense of grounding. Then inhale, stretch the arms out. Take a breath, and as you exhale, bend that right knee towards the little toe. Keep your knee no further than your ankle, right? Sink it in. And then inhale, lengthen it back up. As you exhale, sink down. And do that a few times to feel the moving in. And then energize through that back leg. That's your stability. And here you're open. Next time, come into it. Take your hand and just gently open the knee and turn the torso to the center. Lengthen up and lift the heart. Embrace whatever happens. Embrace all of life right now. Extend through the arms. Energize through them and look out towards the right hand and see the path before you. And let's play a little bit. Straighten that front leg. Bring your left hand on the left leg, your right arm up, and arc it a little bit. And once again, bend that knee in towards it. And then as you inhale, lengthen the torso, come back into your warrior. Sink in. You got it. And then press into the front foot. Pivot back to center. Release the arms. Close the eyes for a moment and feel Virabhadrasana. Side Virabhadrasana. Warrior pose. Open to meet the world. To embrace it, whatever comes. And then pivot the other foot, the other heel, and the hip. Press your right heel away. And remember that left leg is rotated a little bit. Torso's lengthened. Be careful not to lean into it, right? And then let's just do the little hinge for a little bit. Bend the knee towards the little toe and then bring it back up. Do that a few times. The next time you sink in, take your hand on the inner leg, press it, and then rotate the torso center. Grow long through your center and strong through the back leg, and open in the heart. Open-hearted warrior. And then stretch the arms right from the center of your heart. Radiate the energy. You can even mood your size with the thumb and the index finger if you like. Let the breath ease you in and out just a little bit. One more breath, sink it in. And then straighten the front leg. Take your hand on the back leg, stretch the arm up, and arc it up. Lift the heart up towards the heavens. And now bend the knee into the moment, right towards that little toe. And then let the hand invite the torso back up. Stretch the arms out. Last few moments into this pose. Hmm. Hmm. And then slowly straighten the front leg. Release the hands. Pivot the foot. Bend one knee in towards the other. Come to standing once again, one hand on the belly, one on the heart, and feel Virabhadrasana, side warrior. Hmm. Feel it in the body, but feel it energetically. We all need a little warrior spirit these days, but the warrior of the heart. And then if you would hinge forward, bring your hands to the floor, bend your knees, come into a little squat. And then gradually bring your buttocks to the floor, come down onto your back. And as you come on your back, bring your feet to standing. And bring your hands behind the back of your head. Lift your head. Let your head grow heavy in your hands. And then slowly release the back of the head down. With your upper arms near your torso, just press into the upper arms and slide one shoulder blade down and then the other. And then bring your arms down by the side. Walk your feet in close towards your buttocks, about hip width apart, and feel the ground beneath them. And then just press into your feet and just let a little arcing action happen in the pelvis as you press, flatten the back, and then release and arc it. And just feel that little action happen in and out. And can you coordinate it with the breath? And then by and by, press into the feet and let that lift the hips a little bit and the spine lifts up a little. And as you exhale, let it roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then breath by breath, press and gently let the spine gently rise up a little more. And then slowly it releases down. And so do that for a few moments on your own, finding your way to warm up into the bridge pose, Setu Bandhasan. And by, you come up towards the shoulders and you press the upper arms down so the shoulder blades come towards each other. Now you might just keep the fingertips towards the sky, pressing into the upper arms. That would be fine. Or you can interlace your hands underneath and wriggle the shoulders as you stretch the hands down towards the feet. And notice if your chin is collapsed and just gently elevate the chin tiny bit. And take some long, steady breaths here. Notice as you inhale, there's the earth that supports you, and there's the lifting, the expanding of the heart, that heart that can practice and not be afraid, and so that you can let the love pour through. And trust that your heart knows everything. So in this moment, just let your heart show you how far can you go, or do you need to back off? And also if any emotion arises, embrace it all. Go beyond the mind that says you need to get out. Just stay a few more breaths if you can. So when we stay and hold a little longer, we go to those deeper recesses in the body-mind, some undigested material that might be here. If there's any sound, let it out. Take a breath. You can let out With a sigh, ha. So take 1 or 2 more breaths and come to your full expression. Dare not to know what that looks like. And then slowly, slowly release by unclasping your hands if they are clasped. Release the shoulders. Let the spine roll down moment by moment, vertebrae by vertebrae, until it touches the earth. Pause there. Feel how energy begins to flood the body. And then listen to that energy for a few moments, for a little compliment. Do the knees want to come in or rock from side to side? Ask your body to just show you the perfect complementary pose right now. And trust. Trust your heart knows the way. And then please bring it back to the center. Pause for a moment. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest. Now you can hold around the shin or you can hold behind the knee. And as you exhale, use the strength of your hands to gently draw it in. As you inhale, it will fall away. As you exhale, draw it in. Just feel that little pulsing in and out. And then bring the knee on the outside of the chest and see if you can reach down and take hold of the big toe. And then you bring the foot up as best you can for like a half happy baby. And then take your opposite hand onto your left hip bone. And here I like to keep my left knee out. So there's a little rocking. So then see if you can press the right knee towards the ground. Your left buttocks will come off. And then rock, press your left buttocks down. Then just rock a little bit in and out in that way. There's a little fun flow that I've been playing with. I'd like to share it with you. And the next time your thigh comes to the ground, your foot still towards the ceiling, shoulder blades are down. As you inhale, draw your left knee in. As you exhale, straighten the leg towards the sky. Take a breath there. And then take that left leg and press it out towards the right. Not all the way to the floor. Keep your left shoulder blade down. Then you can stretch the left arm. So your left leg's moving towards the right. There's a twisting in your spine. Stretch through the left arm. Take a few breaths there. And now sweep your leg down out in front of you. Bring your sacrum back down. And now take a breath and lift your head. Stretch your arm out toward your leg. Stretch. Lift the leg up a little bit. So your knees drawing towards you and your legs moving away. You reach up, engage the abdomen a little bit. And then release the spine down. And bring your foot to the earth and take your right ankle to the top of the leg. Take a breath there. And then as you exhale, just press the right leg away. Take your hand on the inside of the knee there, and as you exhale, just gently press it away. Do that another time. Hold it out there for a few breaths. And then draw the left foot off the ground, take hold behind it, and press your right knee away. Take a few breaths here, either behind the thigh or around the shin. Keep the neck nice and long. And then release the left foot, release the right. Pause for a moment. And then let's play with that little series on the left side. So draw your left knee in as you exhale. Engage a little bit. The inhale, it moves away. The exhale, you draw it in a little bit. And then move it out towards the side of the ribs and lift the foot and take hold of the big toe and just do that little rocking in and out. So you're pressing the top of the left thigh to the earth, and then you're pressing the right buttocks back down. And then the next time, keep the thigh there. As you inhale, draw your right knee in, exhale, straighten it up. And then take that right leg over towards the left and your right arm up or out to the side. And any variation that works for you is fine. It's just a little play here. And then a little twist. And then sweep the right leg down, lift both sacrum on the earth, lift your head and torso, reach your right hand down and draw your left knee up. Right. One more breath. And then bend the right knee, bring your spine down, bring your left ankle to the top of the right leg. Pause for a moment. Take your hand on the inside of your left knee and gently press it out on the exhale. And then bring your right foot off the floor. Take hold around the leg, and as you exhale, press. Take a few breaths. And then release the right leg, release the left. Pause for a moment. Savor. Don't miss anything. And then before we take a little time for flow, bring your feet towards the outside of your mat and your arms extended, and then just drop your knees from side to side. Inhale to center and you exhale to the side. And the next time your knees come to the right, press through the left knee, stretch through the left arm. Take the outside of your right ankle to the outside of your left thigh, if you like, to ease it in a little more. Keep the shoulder blades on the earth as you ground. And then release the right. Let the knees fall to the left. Energize through the right knee, the right arm. Take the outside of your left ankle if you like, and let the weight come to the outside of your right leg and twist into that. Let that little weight give you a little deeper stretch. And then gently release. Draw the knees back up. Release the left knee. Bring your hips back to the center if they've shifted. Take a moment now to really feel inside and ask your body if there's anything that's needed. Maybe the knees need to come in and roll. Maybe there's another pose. For some, maybe your shoulders stand or something else. Or maybe just a gentle stretch or a resting in the energy. So just follow the follow the rhythm of life inside you. Really let yourself be guided. Listen deeply. Mm. And practice so your heart is not afraid. The love can pour through and guide you. Mm. Love whatever is unlovable. Just take another few moments and just ask, is there anything needed now? Mm. Mm. And take these last few moments. And then take rest. Take whatever you need near you, whether you like something under your legs or a little roll under your neck, something over your eyes. And settle down. Kind of snuggle down into the earth. She happily rises up to meet you. And then take 3 to 5 letting go breaths. You can gently open the mouth and just let a little sigh. If there's anything that is not needed, the earth will happily take it. As all expression falls away from the face, the eyes settle back, the tongue relaxes, cheeks soften. And as you swallow for a moment, that swallow is like a liquid nectar of love flowing down, love and relaxation flowing down through the heart. And you let go of anything that's not needed. And that nectar of love and relaxation flows down through the solar plexus, the belly, down through the legs and out through the arms. And you rest. Rest in that. Rest in that love that you are. Hari Om, dear one, Satnam, precious name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am home. Hari Om, dear one, Satnam, precious name. When I call on the light of my soul, I am home. So allow the sound of the bell and the sound of my voice to invite you back to being here in the body, on this earth, in your space. And then begin to invite the breath to deepen and feeling your way back into the body as you invite a little movement through fingers and toes and a gentle stretching, organically coming back. But as you come back, it's not as if you leave anything behind. You take your whole self with you. Whatever comes in life, in this moment we embrace. And then gradually draw your knees into your chest and roll to one side and trust that your heart knows everything. So we just need to listen. And then bring your hands to the earth and gently rise up to sitting. Come to sit at the edge of your blanket or your cushion, whatever you're sitting on, or your chair. And then get grounded and grow long. A seat that is steady and comfortable. And take a few long breaths and feel into this body and this mind and this heart, this experience of you now. And take a few moments, please, to reflect on our time together as we move through the practices, the 10 lessons of love. And notice any highlights or insights that came to you. And then if you would drop in a little deeper, just go to where love lives and listen. Given all that's happened here today and my life, what is it I need to know? And listen to the voice of love and what it has to tell you. This is what I have to say to you. And then hear that voice of love in your own heart. Feel free to journal or just whisper those words back to your own heart. Mm. Take another moment. Ask if there are any final words for now. And if you're writing, simply put your pen down. And if you're sitting there, simply feel into this wisdom. Everyone, feel into this wisdom. Breathe into this wisdom of love. And let it fill you to the brim. Mm. And then take a breath, and as you exhale, send these blessings out to everyone and everything, everywhere. And in this way, may we dedicate the merit of this practice to the awakening of all hearts. May all beings know happiness and the root of happiness, and may all beings be free of all suffering and the root of suffering. May this reach out to touch all hearts without one exception. And if you'd like to join me, let's close with the sound of Om and our dedicating mantra, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Take a breath. We'll chant the sound of Om. Om. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And as we bring our hands in prayer, may all beings everywhere know peace and joy and love and light. May peace prevail. Jai Bhagwan, my friends. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. May we remember to bless everyone and everything. Remember to love ourselves and to embrace our life. Have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you again. Blessings to you. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Blessings.